Welcome to Chapter 0, Lesson 5, Multiplying and Dividing Rational Numbers. So starting off, just a little reminder, when you multiply or divide, negatives come in pairs. So multiplying and dividing decimals. We want to find the product or quotient of each one. So positive 7.2 times negative 0.2. A positive times a negative is a negative every single time. And 7.2 times 0.2, which is just like 72 times 2, 144. And then there's two numbers behind our decimal, so there should be two numbers behind the decimal here. So negative 1.44. For negative 23.94 divided by negative 10.5, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So we're going to have a positive number. 23.
Hanson, please come to the office. Krista Hanson, please come to the office.
I apologize. 23.94 divided by 10.5 gets you 2.28. Okay, so just making sure you're getting those positive and negative numbers correct. Multiplying fractions. So when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Boom. There's your answer. Boom. 1/4 times 2 9ths. 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 9 is 36. I'm sorry, we're going to pause here. Miss Roiger, what do you need?
I don't need my snack.
It's in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Okay, shout out to Miss Roiger.
Sorry. Thanks, guys.
Okay, 3/5 times 1.5. We need to put that into an improper fraction. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So that would be 3/2. And our first one doesn't need to change. And then once again, multiplying straight across. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 2 is 10. And looking back here, we want to simplify if we can. So 236, 2 goes into both of those numbers. So 236 is the same thing as 1/18. Now, multiplying fractions with different signs. Don't get too freaked out. Just remember, when you multiply or divide, negatives come in pairs. So negative 3/4 times positive 3/8 is going to be a negative number. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 8, 32. Boom. Oops, there's your answer. It's a negative. So multiplying fractions with different signs is the same thing as multiplying integers. So our vocabulary, the multiplicative inverse, or the reciprocal, is two numbers whose products are 1. So it's just flipping that number. Make sure if you have a mixed number and you need to get the reciprocal, that you're turning it into an improper fraction first. So here, 1/2, its reciprocal is 2/1, or just 2. 1 and 1/2, its reciprocal, first you need it in an improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So 3.5, I guess equal sign is what the thing we want there. 3.5, then you just flip. So 2/3. So the reciprocal of 1.5 is 2/3. So here's some more examples. The reciprocal of 3/8 is just 8/3. And if we want to put that into a mixed number, it would be 3 goes into 8 2 times, and there's 2 left over. Or here, 2 4/5, it's reciprocal. First thing we need to do, improper fraction. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14, all over 5. Its reciprocal then would be 5/14. Boom. Now finally, we're dividing fractions. So what you do is you stay, switch, flip. So your first number stays. Your division symbol switches, and your last number flips to the reciprocal. Then you just multiply straight across, 2/3. So this one here, we're going to need to turn this 2.5 into 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Stay, switch, flip, then multiply across, 6 over 20. Or 3/10 if we simplify. Once again, 3/8 stays. Why don't you pause and try these ones on your own and check with mine? So 3/8 stays, switch, flip. 9 over 16. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I'm just not even going to worry about those negative signs anymore. Stay with the 1/5. Switch with the symbol. Flip. 10 over 3. And we get 10. 5 times 3, 15. Or 2/3.